And it's a new day. So as you can see, I've been a little bit busy. Pulled the chain boxes and camshafts out. There is a very, very minor amount of pitting on the lobes. So we'll ask the client what he wants to do, whether he wants to upgrade to some 964 camshafts or just get these reground to stock. Yeah, funnily enough, this is actually the first set of camshaft towers that actually came loose very, very easily. You can see all that RTV sealant where they were trying to fix a leak. I think that was on cylinder number 3. I'm kind of surprised it gave up so easily. You can see, I believe that's maybe remnants of 964, Loctite 574. But either way, it just took a couple of light taps and it cleared the heads. Looking at the heads, you can see some interesting marks on the sealing surfaces. These will be sent away. I'm assuming it's going to need intake valve guides, maybe exhausts as well. A lot of carbon stuck underneath that valve when it closed. Actually, that's quite a lot in that one, isn't it? You see there, the heads are dated 1986. All the exhaust studs, I think, might be okay, but again, but some of them actually came out quite cleanly. But we'll get the machine shop to drill out and replace any of them that look a little bit suspect, because now is the time to do it. And we got kind of lucky that the cylinders are in fact Nikasil and not Alusil. And this is a according to Porsche, it's a high compression 3.2. You can tell by the shape of the pistons, the piston domes I should say, so the hump is a lot higher on the higher compression ones. It's not much in terms of actual compression, but this is a desirable engine. But so far I can see cross-hatching, and I cannot feel any ridge at the tops of the cylinders. So that bodes well. I'll measure them, and if they're within spec, then we'll just go again. I don't know what these see those vertical score marks are. Let me just get a torch. Where is my torch? So, I don't know what those vertical scores or shiny spots or marks are, but you can actually see the cross-hatching still, even though there are those marks. I think they might just be, they look very much like these marks here when the piston stops. But anyway, we'll pull the barrels off and we'll see what's going on. But so far, so good, yeah. Very happy. Oh, and by the way, still has the original Dilava studs on the bottom row, and all 24 studs are intact, no broken head studs. But of course I'll have the luxury and the joy of removing them all. That's my favourite part. Okay, so just thought I'd do a quick little video just to show how I've got everything apart at the moment. I know it's a little bit, camera's a bit funny. You'll notice on the crankshaft it's got one of those funny sealing rings on the nose bearing, so it's obviously had some leaks. That looks to be the original number 8 nose bearing O-ring. So it was obviously leaking and they've put one of those things on. It did work because when I pulled this apart, the crankshaft pulley seal and the nose bearing area were actually clean. The only leaks at that part of the engine were coming from the intermediate shaft cover plate. You can see the main journals. I haven't pulled the rods off yet, but the main journals look to be perfect. And the lash between the intermediate shaft gear and the drive gear on the crankshaft was actually very, very good. I mean, I didn't measure it, it was just from feel, but it didn't have much backlash at all, but I'll measure it up properly. The sprockets on the intermediate shaft that drive the chains look to be reasonable. And there was some wear on the actual cam sprockets though, so I think we're going to have to replace the camshaft sprockets. In terms of the case, obviously I've just got some of the oil draining from underneath it. I'll get all the head studs out today and give the cases a bit of a clean. This one here is just the other side. whoop, just get that out of the way, and you can see, whoop, where's my screen? See inside, look, it's actually a fairly clean, but towards the bottom there was a little bit of debris, but I think that's come from when I've got the cases apart, and I think that's all the dry sealant that was on the seam there that have sort of broken off. I don't think this engine's been apart before. I mean, there are some horizontal marks here, but they might be factory. You can still see most of the machining marks from when it was first machined. Hopefully that's in focus. So I don't think it's been apart before. All the bearings, all the main bearings were original 1986, and we're not going to reuse these. I know there are some people online that say you can reuse bearings, but you really shouldn't do that. Even though they do look to be in decent condition, but once they've been heat treated and whatnot, they're just not going to have the same amount of spring in them. All the 3 bolts are in here. Head nuts and washers, they'll all go away to be plated. But yeah, so some of the wear I was talking about is on the cam sprocket. So if you look at the wear there, where's my screen? See how the chain has been eating into the actual sprocket material. And on the left side as well. In fact, the left side was a lot worse. You can look at that. I mean, you could reuse these, but I just think while we're here, I don't think it's the right thing to do. The idler arm sprockets as well. You can see that they've had quite a lot of, not a lot, but the chains were misaligned, so they were running a little bit off. So they should be replaced as well. I've got my pistons and barrels over here, so I've pulled all the rings out. So I'm going to send these away to be cleaned properly. All the ring lands are in good condition. You can still see, I mean, I know there's a bit of grime on there, but you can actually still see the radial machining marks on the skirts, and I can feel that with my fingernails very, very easily. So these pistons should be good for reuse. Can't see any reason why not. And again, it's a bit oily, but you can still see the cross hatching in there. But we'll give these, once these come back from ultrasonic cleaning, we'll assess them properly and decide what we do. But I'm pretty sure we'll reuse these and re-ring them, and we'll deglaze the surface of the Nicosil. Got all the camshaft towers in the back of the truck, and we're going to go and get these all cleaned. No point handling these at the moment. I'll get these all professionally cleaned, and then we'll start deciding what we do. But most likely we'll get these vapor blasted, and these covers will probably be Cerakoted. So there's what's left of all the grime. So I've got to slowly so while I send all these parts out to get cleaned and send the heads away, I'll get some space, and then I'll work on the case, and then we'll start building it back up eventually. So stay tuned, and if you are one of those people that are not yet subscribed, it'd be really cool if you could.